Hey everybody, welcome back to a Flannel Friday. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Another way to stay safe is keeping your passwords safe. So what I mean by that is, how is everybody managing their passwords? There are many ways to manage your passwords, some safer than others. But keeping your online security safe and your identity safe starts with keeping your passwords safe. So first off, there's been a lot of compromises, and they will not stop, to websites like Equifax, Yahoo, all these big companies that have been hacked. Even their security questions were hacked, and people have access to those security questions. So what I would suggest doing is just making sure that you haven't been compromised. I haven't done this. I'm going to do this, but I will put in the description below. I'll put the link for the website to see if your email address has been compromised in one of these security breaches. Make sure you're always using a strong password. I will put a link in the description below to a great password generator, so you can just check off like, yep, this needs to be here, this doesn't need to be here, and it will create the strongest password possible. And then what I suggest doing is either using a password protection program or just writing them down. And make sure that you keep those up to date. It's very important in the future, with many things going digital, that people have access to your passwords at some point, because they're going to need them. For instance, just something as simple as canceling, maybe your Verizon account or something. You have a plan for your loved ones if something were to happen to you, or at least I hope you do, for your home and your assets. But what about, your online presence in the world? It's very rampant, just to get into things like, your bank accounts online, because, some people use banks that aren't even in a brick and mortar anymore, where you can just walk in and say, hey, this is what's happening. We need access to the funds, whatever. But just having access to that, I just recently ran into it, and I just figured where I needed access to someone's account, and they fortunately are still here, and I was having one heck of a time getting into their account. But it's just being proactive about this and making sure you're keeping those passwords up to date. It's much easier said than done. I do use an app on my phone to keep track of my passwords, but sometimes I forget to update it, and then when I go to access it again and it's not there. So I just wanted to pass that along, just a PSA this week, as far as staying safe. And now a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands. Maybe they can get organized and start creating those archives of their passwords. So have a great week, everybody. If anybody needs anything, definitely do feel free to reach out to me. I will provide you any assistance that I possibly can. Just stay strong, stay positive, stay focused, and we will get through this together, everyone, and look forward to seeing you next week.